Hey peeps, it's me Kay. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you're already a subscriber. So I wanted to do a flip through. Sorry, messing with my mic. Hopefully it stays put. Wanted to do a flip through of Jen's journal, show you what I added to it before I mail it out to Elizabeth. So I added a couple of charms. So I added this, trying to put it the right way. Jesus charm. Goodness. Can you see it? This camera is not focusing. Hopefully you can see it. Since she had happy and Jesus, I added the Jesus charm, then just a little clear rhinestone charm and a little heart. And then I took out my name out of that one, that pocket, added my name. I put the month and the year. Hopefully that's okay. I didn't put the day. I put the month. Since she put the month in the year, I put the month in the year. So I did. Oh, my picture came out way too big. Hopefully, I'm sure the ladies could still fit their pictures. Yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't pick it. I didn't size it small enough, but hopefully it'll be all right. So I have that. I did not have any postcards, so I had AI make me one. Um, I am originally from Brooklyn, born and raised, and well, I added a little bit of facts on the back. Added some the Tim Holtz washi tape that has the New York street names. I made sure to put Coney Island and Kings Highway because those are Brooklyn streets. Um, the little I Love New York washi tape. So I was born and raised in Brooklyn. My first apartment was in Brooklyn. I named my dog Brooklyn because she was also born there and it holds a special place in my heart. And I just added my name. So that is an AI image because I didn't have any New York. I had some vintage in New York, but I didn't have any like regular, real New York postcards. I used to go to this because I used to be in a postcard swap years ago, and I used to, like once in a blue moon, go to the city and buy a bunch of postcards because they're really cheap, for the tourists. And then but I can't take the subway anymore to the city. I'm sure I probably could get them online, but I never even thought about doing that. So anyway, for the gallery, oh my goodness, it took me forever to find. I have art books, but the images are really big. So I found one that was small enough. I thought it was super cute. These two little girls. So I added that. My thankful tag. Of course, I use a lot of my little digitals on there, and this says "I love being with you." And I just added some washi tape and just added this tab that I made years ago. And I put, I am thankful that God saved me. He was faithful even when I wasn't. I am thankful for my son, and I pray for his salvation. I am thankful for my friendship, sisterhood. Mely has showed me what being a sister truly means. I believe God brought us together. I am thankful for my Brooklyn. She truly is my emotional support. Lastly, I am thankful for my perfectly imperfect life. And so that's what I added there. And then I did all the purple pages. So this is my about me. And I just added a photo of me and the bestie, that's Mely. And of course my brat. And then a picture of my son in Brooklyn when he came over one day. And she was just so excited. Look how she's looking at him, like she's so in love. And I added a little butterfly, just some stickers that's about me, cherish every moment. And I thought this kind of looks like the colors on my son's shirt right there. So I added this paper clip because on the other side, I wrote my about me. And of course, that's another one of my little digitals and girl holding a journal. And I put my shop name, and this is just a little tab, and I just added a K right there, and just a little paper clip with some little trim. And I'll read really quickly my about me. So, my birth name is Kenya. I prefer to be called Kay. I am 55 years old, native New Yorker. I lived in New York. I lived in North Carolina for a couple of years as a child. I have a son who is 33. He was born on St. Patrick's Day in 1993. On the same day in 1988, I lost my mom. I was 16. She died from complications from pneumonia. I am the youngest of six. I lost two of my brothers. I do not have a relationship with the rest of my siblings or family, which is a whole other story. I am an introvert, homebody. I love being alone, although I know that's not God's desire. I'm working on that. I injured my back in 2007, which got worse over the years. Although I do not want to admit it, I am disabled. It has altered my life tremendously. I went from commuting to work 5 days a week to not being able to take the subway at all. I create journals for my Etsy shop, and although sales fluctuate, God provides. My best friend is Mely. We met over 15 years ago on a social media site for crafters. She has been the sister I always wanted. Mind you, I do have two blood sisters. So, if that tells you anything. Last but not least, my dog Brooklyn was a surprise from my ex-boyfriend. She is a pit bull Doberman. She turned 7 on July 14th. She's the daughter I never had, LOL. I'm praying for a work from home job, and God's willing to if God's willing to relocate to the south. And that is my little about me. Okay. And let's see. And I colored, I'm not the best at coloring. So I colored this, colored one of the owls and the little branches here. And then on the other purple page, I added this little image that I made using AI. I just layered it. And these flowers are also from AI. Added a little lace. And I just put my name right here. I love this because it says, and I didn't ask AI to write this. They just put it, nature is the art of God. And it says resonate. And I was like, oh, that's perfect. And then this is also an AI image. And I just made a little tag up here and layered it with some vintage music. Inked it, add this little trim here. And then this is some PET tape underneath. And that's it. It's timeless. I love them. Aren't they beautiful? Oh, love them. And let's see what else. Oh, my testimony. So my testimony is a little long, but I'll read it. Let me put my specs on so I can see a little better. All right, I'll try to go as fast as I can. I had to type it out because, yeah. I had to. I did put it in AI mode because, as I've said many times before, well, if you watch my Women of the Bible series, my thoughts, yeah, I have a hard time like getting to the point. I ramble a lot, as you can tell, and I just wanted them to polish up my words. So that's usually what I do. All right, so my testimony. I grew up in the church, but attending was a matter of obligation, not transformation. My mother, whom I love with everything in me, was always there, volunteering and filling the pews, yet her daily life didn't reflect a righteous walk. Because of that, I never truly learned what it meant to surrender, to pick up my cross, or to live a holy life. I don't blame her. Ultimately, I am responsible for my own salvation. For a long time, I treated Jesus like a genie in a bottle. I believed in him. Sorry, guys. Where am I? For a long time, I treated Jesus like a genie in a bottle. I believed in him, but I only called on him when I needed a rescue. The moment the crisis passed, I went right back to living in sin. When I lost my mom at 16, a piece of me died with her. I began numbing the deep pain with alcohol. 5 years later, to the very day on St. Patrick's Day, I became a single mother at 21. Still, I remained lukewarm. Once my son grew up and left the nest, the old coping mechanisms returned. I began drinking heavily, living promiscuous, promis, I can't get it out. That's the reason why I can't get it out. You know what I'm saying. And chasing whatever made me feel good. It was only later in life that I realized I was acting out from the pain of childhood sexual trauma that I had long repressed. Sorry, you guys. The guy began to tug at my heart. One day, as I was sitting down to record a video, an indescribable feeling came over me. A heavy wave of shame and guilt flooded the room, and I began to weep uncontrollably. It felt as though God was showing me every single way I had disobeyed him and grieved his heart. In that moment of total brokenness, I cried out, "Please forgive me, Jesus. Show me how to live for you." Soon after, advertisements and clips of The Chosen, if you guys don't know the show, kept popping up on my phone. Honestly, I didn't want to watch another corny Christian show, but God kept persisting, and I finally relented. After the first season, I was deeply moved and bought a Bible. I started reading the Gospels myself, wanting to see what was strictly biblical versus what was creative liberty. Eventually, I found the Heart Dive 365 channel on YouTube and committed to reading the Bible chronologically every single day. I did it for 2 years straight. Through His Word, God slowly transformed me and opened my eyes to the truth. Today, I can truly say that while I am financially poor, I am spiritually wealthy. I am filled with unspeakable joy. I have forgiven people I never thought I could, and that heavy burden on my shoulders is completely gone. I am so profoundly grateful that God pursued me, rescued me, washed me clean, and saved me from the pits of hell. Yes, I still carry a heavy Yet I still carry a heavy grief. Just as I watch my own mother live a lukewarm life, I realize I modeled the exact same lifestyle in front of my own child. Because of the environment I created, my son is not a believer today. I pray for his salvation every single day, holding on to absolute certainty that that the same God who transformed my broken heart can transform his. My deepest hope is that he will one day receive Jesus. So that is my testimony. That's part of it. So I hope other ladies have room to put theirs because I feel like I took up a lot of room in this envelope. Um, yeah. So she might have to put another. I know she said there's a space here. So hopefully that's okay. I added, this is the yellow page. I added this tab up here, this sticker here, and of course another one of my digitals, Saved by Grace, because she had a yellow shirt on. And here, she said take two, so I took my two. Oh, I didn't have to take my It's a Birthday because she sent one in my goodie bag. And so I just put, hey, Kenya, June 14th, 1971. I added a little washi here, butterfly, and washi on the back. And then I didn't quite follow the instructions. Whoops, can't get it in there. And I don't want to rip the pocket. There we go. All right, so I added a few stickers in here because why not? So I added this one because I know she loves yellow. Count it all joy. And then these are ones I made using AI. Just some cute ones. To say the Lord had made, seek first the kingdom of God. So I added these for her to use. So I love Jen's journal so much. And yeah, so it will be sent off to Elizabeth this week. And I hope that she, oops, and I know Elizabeth, I think Elizabeth has sent my journal off. She has mine, and I think she sent it off. So yeah, I can't wait to get the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Please check out the playlist down in the description box below. It has all the ladies' videos down in the description box. Check out their videos, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, comment down below, give me a thumbs up, all the things. I truly do appreciate it, and it helps my little channel grow. Until next time, have a great one. God bless, and I'll see you in the next one.